we're going to look at how to determine the amount of tax on $68.51 if the sales tax is 13% and the total amount of the bill. We're going to look at this in two ways. In the first approach, strategy 1, we are going to calculate the sales tax and then add it on to the amount to determine the total amount of the bill. So to start off, strategy 1, we need to determine 13% of $68.51. Recall in the Minds-On, we reviewed how to calculate the percentage of an amount. 13% will be converted into a decimal by dividing by 100. We arrive at 0.13 and we multiply it by the amount $68.51. And we get $8.91. This represents the sales tax. $8.91 is 13% of $68.51. To arrive at the total of the bill, we're going to take our sales tax and add it on to the original amount, $68.51. So our total will be $77.42. We're now going to look at a second strategy for calculating the total amount of tax and the total amount of the bill. In this strategy, we're going to calculate the total amount first and then the sales tax second. If we want to think of the total amount of the bill, it's the original price, $68.51, which is 100% of the bill, with an additional 13% added on. So the total amount of the bill we can think of as 113% of $68.51. Again, the 113% here represents the 100%, which is $68.51, plus the 13% sales tax we need to pay. Again, working with our percents, we're going to change 113% into decimal by dividing by 100. We arrive at 1.13. We multiply that by the amount, $68.51, and we get $77.42 as we did in strategy 1. But this time, that amount represents the original amount, $68.51 before tax, with the tax already added in. So if we wanted to know how much tax we paid, we'd now need to subtract $68.51 from the final total amount. So the tax will be equal to, again, $8.91 once we subtract.